Hey guys, welcome to the next video on Linux command line tutorial for beginners. In this video we will learn how we can use mkdir command in Linux. We can use mkdir command to create directories in Linux. So let's see how we can do it. So first of all, just press Ctrl Alt T to open your terminal. And for example, I want to just change directory to my desktop folder, so I will just write desktop and press enter. And in the desktop I want to create a directory called image, so I can just give mkdir command, which is the command to create any directory, and then the name of the directory, for example image. Okay, and I will press enter, and then it's going to create this directory called image. Now for example, I want to create a subdirectory inside this image directory. I can just write mkdir once again and the directory name which already exists, and then I will give the / for the subdirectory. For example, I want to create a subdirectory called pics, and I will press enter, and then when I open this image directory, it has this pics directory, right? Now for example, you want to create the subdirectory from the command, or for the directory which don't really exist. So for example, I want to give this command, for example mkdir on the desktop, and then I want to create a directory called names, and then I will give a name, for example mark here. Okay, so this directory names doesn't exist on my desktop, you can see here, right? So when I give this command, it will give me the error, and the error says cannot create directory names /mark, no such file or directory, because this names directory doesn't exist, which is a parent directory. It cannot create this mark subdirectory inside the names. So in order to create the directory structure, you need to use this flag to your mkdir command, which is -p. Okay, and this flag you can use to create a directory structure. Okay, so this flag can be given in two ways. This is the short version of giving this flag, and if you want to know the full version, you can just give 2 dash, and then you can just give parents command here. Okay, so the flag name is parents. Okay, and if you give this command, it's going to create a directory for you also, and subdirectory for you which doesn't even exist. Okay, so I'm going to just give this short flag, which is -p or -p, and I will just press enter here, and it's going to create this directory, and it doesn't give me error. And when I go inside this directory, there is one more directory called mark here, right? So if you want to create directory or subdirectory which doesn't really exist, you can use -p flag with your mkdir command. Now for example, you want to make or create several directories inside your parent directory. So what you can do, so you can just write mkdir command, just write mkdir and then -p, and for example I want to create some directory with some names inside this names directory. So I will just give the name of the names directory, and then I will just give these curly brackets, and inside the curly brackets I can provide the list of directory which I want to create. For example, I want to create a directory called John, I want to create a directory called Tom, for example, and I want to create a directory called Bob. So I want to create 3 directories inside this names directory. So let me open this directory which is names, and right now it has only one directory which we have already created. So let me press enter and let's see what happens. And when I press enter, it creates some directory with this curly brace start and then the first name and then comma. So this way you can create, but you don't have to give the space between these commas. So just remove the space between the commas and press enter once again, and this time it will create these three directory. So always remember, when you give a space, it will not create the correct directory structure you want. So you need to give the comma without the space. So this format of creating the multiple directory is correct without spaces, and this will give you errors. As we have seen, it has created this directory which we did not wanted. Okay, so in this way you can use mkdir command in Linux. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and bye for now.